bad shape. It is also, even if it recovers, going to be fundamentally restructured. You think that our people are suffering because they lack job training? In fact, I think they have an ad in last Sunday's paper. It may not be here. Oh yeah, here it is. Last Sunday's paper here, a cartoon. It says, the first thing says, all I need is a job. And then there's another person that steps in as a professional type. What you need is job retraining. Then he has him studying job retraining. He's writing and scribbling and he's learning. And the other thing has him handing him a job retraining certificate. Okay? And the last panel has him saying what? Now all I need is a job. In other words, ladies and gentlemen, when you call yourself training these children for jobs, when the jobs don't even exist. White management is being wiped out. Management jobs, white collar jobs are being wiped out. This country is being de-industrialized. What jobs are you saying that you're trying to get your children to be educated for? Are you kidding? You must now educate your children to create jobs. You must educate these children into geography. You must educate them into mineralogy. You must educate them into international trade. You see, so that we can build a trade with the Caribbean, with Central and South America, and build a trade with the African continent. We must have Africans owning Africa, shipping to America, and this must be shipped through African hands in America itself. That's right. And the reason why we want power in this country, we want the power to manipulate U.S. foreign policy. Okay? We want the power to make African countries most favored nations in America. We want the power so that the African manufacturer can have access to the American market. Because we know that it's not, the Africans cannot manufacture and technologically develop themselves unless they have markets to sell to. And this large African American population in America must make one of the largest markets in the world, which is even expanding with the addition of Mexico and Canada. We must make this market open to African manufacture and African technology. And we must educate our people then to advance the technological development of Africa, the manufacturing development of Africa, and we must organize the American economy so that they will have a market to sell to. You understand? Yes. And this is what power is about. I warned you the last time I was here that we are caught up in unrealistic expectations. And I told you the last time, every time I see a Negro stand up, he talks about black and Latino. And we got a bunch of people here who want to carry the whole world on their backs, even though they can't walk on their own 2 feet. You better learn something about reality. These people are going to ride your back until they're able to walk on their own feet, and they're going to turn around on you. There's no love between people. There are interests between people. And they coalesce when their interests coalesce. But when their interests don't coalesce, the love affair is over, man. So the people who may operate with you today may be your enemy tomorrow. And you have to work on that. After I told you that in this month's Atlantic magazine, what do we have here? Immigration and the New American Dilemma. Blacks versus brown. You read about the high school over here in Brooklyn. You know what's going on over there. There was another piece in the New York Times today about this major fight over the black superintendent of schools in L.A. Ethnic politics, very strong. I heard a new thing on LIB. but they didn't go into the details of how the Latinos put up a tremendous fight over this man's appointment and the kind of things that they said about it. If you check Channel 13 about 2 or 3 weeks ago, you would have seen the organization out there that says, we are no longer going to help the blacks, and we're no longer going to hook into the whites and the Jews. We're going for ourselves. We are 60% of Los Angeles, and we're no longer going to be told what piece of the pie we're going to get. We're going to tell how the pie is going to be cut. Okay? That's the way the deal goes down, ladies and gentlemen. You're dealing here with the population that's rapidly growing. And that at the rate it's growing, we'll have the West Coast right on down through Texas and New Mexico, and will engage in trade interaction with Central and South America, build its wealth and power in America by its direct interaction with those countries, and use those countries' power and influence in the world to support their own power and influence in America. You understand what we're talking about here? And then you've got another group that will work itself down the East Coast from New York City through Washington, D.C. Before you know anything, you'll be landlocked. You've got to get your own territory, and you got to get control of your own situation. You've got to get into export and import relationships with Africa and with Central and South America, where Africans are, to advance your own interests and your own prosperity. And in order to do this, you must educate your children specifically to accomplish this. And in order to do this, they must be educated specifically in the business. As I told people, I'm tired of these little courses. How to run a small business. How to write a business plan. Get out with the business plan. I need money. Tell with a general course on business. Why? Because the immigrants have an informal education system. They educate their children by them being in the stores with them. They know how to stock this because they see it going all the time. They know how to make the register because they work it all the time. They know who the wholesalers are because they see their fathers going there to the wholesalers time and time again. You understand? Now, for people who don't have these kind of businesses in abundance, they cannot educate their children in terms of apprenticeship. It means then that our children have to be formally educated and motivated, but they have to be educated specifically. How to run a fruit stand, how to run a grocery store, how to run a hardware store, who are the wholesalers, how you negotiate with a wholesaler. You understand? Specific information so that we can specifically take over the world. One other thing, stop needing love from other people. Settle down for the fact that we're going to have 20 to 25 years of racial tension. I tell audiences today, and I'm going to tell you tonight, I didn't come here to bring racial harmony.
All right.
I came here tonight to increase racial tension. Because I know one thing, when the other races are on your back, if you're to stand up, you got to throw them off. And if you're going to have control of your resources, you got to run them out. And you got to get used to the idea that they're going to call you everything but a child of God. They're going to accuse you of reverse racism. They're going to lay everything on you when you move them out. But you got to move them out anyway. And you got to move forward. Good night.
Ladies and gentlemen, Attorney Maddox had had to leave a little early because he's still working on that weekend package. For those of you who are interested in the retreat, and tonight we've gained a lot of insight and knowledge about stuff we could carry up there. It'd be nice if we could carry him up there, right? Okay. But he's working on that weekend package. I want to repeat the information about the retreat. Speak to Mrs. Maddox in the back if you are interested. If you're not prepared to register to
institutions that can permit them to function in a wholesome way, in a wholesome direction. I will reveal those kind of things during the sessions.
Okay, you got my number?
Those that are not available, we will create at that time. We will talk about them at that time. I cannot list them at this particular time. Yes. Okay. I'm located at 256.
It'll be ready in about a week.
East.
Maybe 2 weeks. We working on
138th Street. The book, the address is right in the books.
Yeah.
That's in the Bronx. Bronx 10451. Some people get lost because they over there on 138th Street in Manhattan. But it's in the Bronx, near 3rd Avenue. You can contact us at 212-993-1122. And we can work from there. The organization I had is called the Pan-African Research and Development Foundation. The seminars will last for 10 weeks, and the time periods that we will use, some of the institutes are already set up in terms of concept and structure. What we really need now are people to come in and take responsibility for moving them forward. We got the credit union already set up and laid out, loan fund. We're also putting in place export, import relationships, and the kind of courses that I was talking about just a minute ago, those kind of things. But we need people who can undertake the responsibility to shepherd these projects through. And that will be developed as a part of the seminars on power. All right, look forward to it. We want people who work.